Welcome back, everybody, in the Raider Nation. This is Raider220. I'm here to do the number 4 top positional need for the Raiders going into the draft. Today is April 4th, 2022. And number 4 is cornerback. I'm trying something new here. As I learn how to do this, I'm trying to add value and add content and how I bring you the content. So in this video here, I'm going to try to flip through some different screens and kind of, as I go through the different individuals that I have selected, that I'd like to see the Raiders at least possibly sign one of these veterans. I believe when you're talking about the cornerbacks that we have a lot of young cornerbacks, but I think they're talented. Ooh, see? There you go. Boomer. Anyway, as I was saying, we have a lot of young cornerbacks, and I think they're talented and all, but I wouldn't mind seeing a veteran back there to help them out. We have a veteran safety in Harmon who came from the Patriots. Well, originally was with the Patriots. I believe he was with Atlanta last year. And anyway, he's a veteran to help out with Trayvon Merrick. And then I think with our young corners, with Rock Ya-Sin, Everett, and Mullen, I think having a veteran presence won't hurt. But as I was saying, I'm going to flip through this, and hopefully this all works out the way I planned. Number 1, or I've got 5 cornerbacks that I think that we could look into for a veteran. At number 1, I have Stephon Gilmore. Obviously, if you watch football, you know who I'm talking about. He's been around for 10 years now, 10-year vet. You can look here and see his stats. Obviously, he's a 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He did win the Super Bowl, and in 2019, he was the Defensive Player of the Year. So you know, to be a Defensive Player of the Year from a cornerback position, he did very well that year, and he's a good player, and I think he would bring a lot of value to our young players. Even if he's lost a step or two, doesn't mean he can't. Mentally, he hasn't lost it. Maybe physically, he's lost a step or two, but as far as mentally, he's very savvy as a vet. Last year, 2021, the stats are on there. He only played 8 games, 2 interceptions. So it wasn't a great year, but, I mean, if you play that out over 16 games, actually 17 now. But at 16 games, he still would have had, at that average, 4 interceptions. It's still not terrible, especially to be a 10-year vet. So, like I said, physically he may have lost a step, but when it comes to the mental aspect of the game, experience, he's got quite a bit still to offer. So, all right, moving on to our second veteran cornerback that I think the Raiders could look into, Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden has been around. Most of his time was with Cleveland, but the last few years he's been with Pittsburgh. You see here he's a 3-time Pro Bowler, so another veteran. I think he's been in the league about 11 or 12 years. So another veteran, like I said. Last year, he looks like he played in 12 games, no interceptions. I'm not particularly one that has to have the interceptions. Yes, it would have been great to get Mr. Interception, J.C. Jackson. But I know that I've watched Joe Hayden and the tape. You know, the tape doesn't lie. And he's been a perennial Pro Bowl type player. He's had some injuries, but anyway, as far as what I want him to bring to the Raiders, the experience, the veteran leadership, I know that he can do that. It's not all about on-field play. Sometimes it's just about being able to coach up those young players. They have the talent. You just gotta give them your experience. So, anyway, number 2 on my list was Joe Hayden. Number 3, Steven Nelson. Now, out of this list, this is probably the least. My least favorite, but he is veteran, and he can bring some experience and leadership to the team, so I'm not against that. He was originally drafted by Kansas City. You can see last year he played in 16 games, had 1 interception for 4-yard return. So not a big return, not a lot of interceptions, but once again, like I said, interceptions isn't everything. Excuse me. But he will bring a veteran presence, so I added him to our list of 5 that I'd like to see maybe brought in. Number 4 here is Chris Harris Jr. We all know him from his time at the Chargers and the Broncos. So we've seen him quite a bit, so we know what he offers. He's not a big corner, but once again, it's not about his on-field play so much as his veteran leadership. That's what I think they need to help out these young players. I think we have the talent we need, but a veteran presence would be nice. So last year he played in 14 games. He only got 1 interception, and didn't look like he went anywhere with it. He is a 4-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. He also has won a Super Bowl. So once again, veteran presence. And last but not least on our list, Xavier Rhodes. Xavier Rhodes last year played with Indianapolis. He is also a 3-time Pro Bowler, a 1-time All-Pro. Veteran, can bring that veteran leadership to the team, to the secondary, and so hopefully one of these 5 could be on the Raiders' radar. Okay, so I pulled that off without one hitch earlier, but I pulled that off pretty good without a hitch, or very little hitches there. Anyway, that's what I think. I think the Raiders could use another cornerback, but I not so much for the talent, but more for the experience, the leadership, to help our young pups or young dogs get their feet and some experience. So I think it's just a 1-year contract. Personally, maybe 2 if that helps with the cap, but I don't think we need to sign any of these guys to. Obviously, they're getting long in the tooth, but. Don't want to see them signed to 3, 4, 5-year contracts. That would be a waste of money. I think a year, maybe 2, and you should be able to get what you need and move these younger guys along to where they need to be, and then they can do it on their own and become veterans themselves. So anyway, hopefully you liked what we talked about today, or what I talked about today, and got some value out of it. Maybe you have some insight to someone I missed. Or an opinion on someone else. I'd love to hear your feedback. Like, share, subscribe. As my boy, I call him my boy. He doesn't even know me yet, but I feel like he's my boy. I listen to him all the time. Like Wasted says, tell a friend to tell a friend. So, hopefully we can grow this channel and continue to bring good content. Like I said, hopefully every video is a little better than the last. Like I said, just growing and getting a little better each time. It is something that's outside of my comfort zone. It's nothing I've ever done before. So I love the Raiders, as I've said in past videos, and so I just want to share that love with you guys, and hopefully you guys get some value out of it. Till next time, I appreciate your time. Thank you.